So, real quick, I kind of talked about what were my favorite big cubes and went through all of my big cubes, but I really wanted to say why I like Moyu's cubes so much, the Aosu and AoChuang. Um, I got these around the same time. They're similarly priced in the 40, 30 to $50 range, depends on where you get them from. But what makes a good big cube to me is the ability to spam and turn kind of like a 3x3 still. Still being able to do my algs, doing certain algs that, might not be the most friendly on 4x4, but or 5x5, but you can still pull them off if you needed to. If you look just on my other video where I'm using my old Chi1, my very first 4x4, you can see how much I'm struggling just to do like standard algs, like just to do a T-perm or something like. And it shouldn't be too hard, but with all the lockups and whatnot on that, it makes it really hard. Where this is what really tells me, in my opinion, what a good cube is what I can do similar moves and algorithms and whatnot on a bigger cube and not have too many problems. Like being able to do M slices and like H perms, Z perms, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, that's a lot to me. Is like how well does that do when you're up against the clock and you have to do some kind of different or complicated algorithms? How well does it really keep up? And these do the job better than really any others. The MGC 4x4, it turns great. I just can't say it feels it's a little more resistance. This one I did also put some angstrom gravitas in the core of this, and it was my first time using that lube, and that is one of the thickest lubes. I've used the Dignitas from angstrom quite a bit, the white kind of Elmer's glue looking lube, and that one's great. It's thick, but it doesn't kind of like gum for too long. It doesn't make it feel slow and gummy. Just kind of slows it down for a short time, and then if you add your thinner lubricants in there, the balance usually works really nice. Where I put it on all the core, and you can tell because the centers just don't want to move very well, and it's just going to take some time to break in. That's what lubing and breaking in a cube is, but this is also a newer cube, so this one might end up coming around, but as of now, I would definitely say that the Moyus have them beat. Sorry, I have bad cameras. But like even the 5x5, it turns great. I mean, this thing is so smooth, so quiet. Yeah, I really don't have a complaint about it. It's just I would still pick the AoChuang over it. It's slightly smaller, has a little bit more compact pieces and whatnot. And if you know anything about watching my videos, I like small compact puzzles. I don't really feel like there's a necessity to have bigger pieces with more weight and whatnot. Like it just seems like a lot more work to turn and whatnot, where I've found the lighter, smaller puzzles, I can play with them for a lot longer. I can practice a lot longer without getting tired. I'm sure most people know this already, but it's just one of those things. Yeah, it's just a preference, but yeah. So it's just these don't really feel that different than a 3x3. I mean, they turn so well. The magnets are just right. I touched on this before. The inner magnets are strong. The outer ones are light. That way, when you're turning, you're not turning two layers at once. Like this, if these magnets were as strong as the inner layer magnets, you'd be always turning two layers as you go to turn this outer one. So they've done a good job at balancing the magnet strength, Like I said, I can pretty much kind of spam on these like I can on any other cube, which is really what it means to me, is how fast and how well does it perform. So yeah, that was just a little look. One last thing is that the Jisoo, the YJ Mini, this one really, I mean, if you're looking for something that feels a lot like a 3x3, I mean, this is literally the size of a 3x3. Like I was saying, it's extremely flexible. So, I mean, like here's over line to line. This is middle of the next piece. And it's corner cutting all day long. Let's see, reverse. It's a little more hesitant, but oh, there we go. It's over line to line, which for big cube is kind of all you can ask for. But this is well into the second piece. I'll show you guys again. There, and yeah, let's see how but see the Moyu cubes also pretty much line to line. Let's see the 5x5. Yeah, all about the same. I've had, like I said, I've had good experience with MGC's corner cutting, but by far the Mini is the winner as far as that goes. It's like I said, most flexible, feels so nice and compact in your hands. If you can get used to the small layers and whatnot, then it's really a great cube. But yeah, I recommend this one. This one's cheap too, so it's really have no reason to not give it a shot. But yeah, you guys have a great one. Take care.